I'm so excited because today I get to talk about solving equations. And solving equations is one of my very favorite things to do in math. I love getting my answer. I love checking it and knowing that it's right. I love everything about equations. And if you didn't think that I was already super nerdy, I've just convinced you. So let's get started. Your goal in solving an equation is to get the variable alone on one side of the equal sign. The value on the other side tells you the solution to the equation. And what we're going to do is we're going to isolate the variable using something called inverse operations. Okay, those are operations that are going to undo or reverse each other. So on number one, okay, I know sometimes teachers will have you circle the variable. Okay, I don't request you to do that. If you really want to, that's fine. But I figure we all know this is what we're trying to get by itself. Okay, so right now we're adding 6 to x, right? It's x plus 6 equals 4. So we're going to undo that adding 6 by subtracting it. Okay, now an equation, I'm going to make this a little bit closer. No, I'm not. I'm going to knock over my setup. An equation is like a balanced scale. So if I do something over here, I have to do the same operation over here. Okay, so I subtracted 6 so that those are going to cancel out. So now I have x equals 4 minus 6. I'm going to go back to my integer knowledge. That's negative 2. Okay, and if I plug it back in, negative 2 plus 6 is 4. So I know I got it right. Okay, I'm going to work this way. On number 5, the opposite of adding 5 is to subtract it. I'm going to do it to both sides. So I get x equals 8 minus 5 is 3. And it makes perfect sense because if I put a 3 in here, 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay, look at number 9. You're like, whoa, it's weird because the variable is over here. Same process. The opposite of subtracting 14 is adding it. And I want to get rid of it so I have the variable by itself. 98 plus 14 is 112, and that equals x. This is it. This is the whole thing. Okay, let me do one more row with you, and then, or a few more, and then you can do some practice on your own. So on number 2, we're going to subtract 8 from both sides, and you get x equals negative 5. On number 6, we're going to subtract 8 and get x equals negative 10, because this is negative 2 minus 8. On number 10, we're going to add 10 to both sides, and we get b equals 40. Okay, so I want you to do these last 2 rows. Okay, don't let this freak you out. Think about it. Okay, and then unpause it and I'll walk you through it and we'll see if you got it right. Okay, on number 3, subtract 1, 4 equals d. On number 7, add 12, b equals negative 37. On number 11, add 2 to both sides, y equals negative 2. Okay, number 4, moment of truth. Okay, what's the opposite of adding negative 4? Adding positive 4. And you get c equals negative 1. Okay, so the opposite of adding negative 4, I'm going to write it over here, would be to subtract negative 4. And look at that. Keep, change, it becomes plus 4. Okay, number 8, we're going to add 30 to get p equals 72. Number 12, we're going to add 4 to get x equals negative 5. And then let's look at this word problem. It says your friend's shirt costs $17 less than their sweatshirt, and the sweatshirt cost $41. How much did the shirt cost? Okay, so their shirt is 17 less than the sweatshirt. I don't really know why I rewrote that. I was thinking of something, then I messed it up. Okay, so the shirt, let's call that X, because that's what we're trying to find, is equal to whatever the sweatshirt was minus 17, right? 41 minus 17 would be 24.